This is the psychology behind why you chase men that don't want you back. Number one is that a lot of times the brain confuses inconsistency for value. When someone is not there all the time, that scarcity mindset in your head turns that into thinking of them as a higher value. Psychologically, when your brain is constantly chasing something that isn't there, when you finally achieve that and get that, that creates a dopamine rush in your brain. So you are constantly chasing this man because when he gives you that approval, when he hangs out with you, when he finally answers you, that creates a dopamine spark in your brain that you are then constantly chasing. Number two is that when you are so addicted to chasing someone and when you want someone that bad, but they are so scarce in your life, you are constantly imagining them as a fantasy and picturing this man for so much more than what he actually is. Typically, the lack of solid, concrete information you have in this man creates space for you to just picture him to be the best version that he could possibly be, and you become obsessed with that version of who your brain is creating him to be, this fantasy, than what he actually is, because you're not seeing him for who he actually is, because he's not giving you the chance to see that. Number three is it ends up becoming an ego thing. When there's a man that you really want, but they are kind of pulling away and not wanting you, you want to chase them even more because you want to prove to yourself that you can get this man because you are as cool and awesome as you think you are. Because when someone doesn't want us back, it totally bruises our ego, and that turns into a competitive thing of like, I need to prove to myself that I have this value because this man wants me back. And it just becomes a toxic cycle of like needing to prove to yourself that you can get him to boost your ego and give you some confidence. And the fourth thing, which I kind of touched on at the beginning, is the scarcity illusion. How in our society we have been trained to think that if something is less available and less readily there for us, that makes it more valuable. You can almost think of this man like a designer bag. When we see a Gucci or Chanel or one of those super expensive bags, we might like the look of it just as much as we like some cheaper bag from another brand. However, because it's more expensive, because it's less easily attainable, we want it more. And that is how we position our heads when there's a man that we really want but can't get. That scarcity of him and his unavailability makes us want him more because our brain places more value on that.